Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about Channel 5 and more specifically Andrew Callaghan. Now, if you don't know what I'm referring to, all of it will be explained. These allegations surrounding Callaghan and Channel 5 have been circulating in relatively small spaces around the internet in the sense of I haven't seen it blow up as much as I expected it to. Probably by the time I post this, it has blown up more, but quite a few of you mentioned this when I asked what I should discuss, and here we are. Andrew Callaghan, popular host of All Gas, No Breaks and Channel 5, accused of sexual misconduct. On his YouTube channel, Channel 5, and in his recent HBO Max documentary, This Place Rules, 25-year-old Andrew Callaghan has amassed millions of fans as a goofy, deadpan interlocutor, highlighting the absurdities of modern culture. His straight-faced interviews with fringe members of contemporary society, prepubescent MAGA heads, QAnon influencers, flat earthers often went viral, with Callaghan becoming something of a celebrity of the online left. One of the reasons why I specifically chose to talk about this as well is that in the past few days there have been allegations coming out against a lot of people. We have Brad Pitt, a couple of other people that of course I'm forgetting because why would I remember them now when it's actually relevant, but I have seen accusations, allegations coming out about quite a few people all at once, so that might also be why this is getting quote-unquote lost in the news cycle, because there's so much going on with a lot of mainstream celebrities too. Yet on TikTok, Callaghan is now going viral for far less innocuous reasons. Two women have come forward with allegations of sexual misconduct, accusing the internet personality of pressuring them to have sex and failing to adhere to the boundaries of consent. Callaghan did not immediately respond to a request for comment by Rolling Stone. As the host of the popular YouTube channel All Gas, No Breaks, which he created studying journalism at Loyola University, New Orleans, Callaghan traveled across the country in his RV, doing man-on-the-street interviews with various eccentric figures. In his ill-fitting beige suit with a mop of curly hair, he became a familiar fixture at QAnon rallies, furry cons, and flat earther meetups, showcasing the underbelly of popular culture. Though the tone of Callaghan's channel started out as largely comedic, it later evolved into more of a vehicle of social consciousness, with Callaghan becoming something of a celebrity of the online left. After he announced in the spring of 2021 that he had left All Gas, No Breaks due to contractual disputes, he started a new channel, Channel 5, which has more than 2 million subscribers. I will be including the TikToks. I will timestamp them, so if you don't want to watch them or if you've already seen them, you can skip them. It is important to include them, obviously, for context. Caroline Elise, a TikToker who goes by the handle Cornbread Ass Roll, posted a video last week recounting her alleged experience with Callaghan. In her video, she alleges Callaghan asked to stay at her place after having a falling out with one of his crew members. Though she said she told him she was not interested in sleeping with him, he nonetheless eventually got my consent because he wore me down. She said in the video, quote, "I said whatever because I was trying to get the whole thing over with. It doesn't discount that I told him no. He still found a way to coerce me into doing things I didn't want to do," end quote. In the video, Elise said she did not wish to come forward, only doing so after Callaghan skyrocketed in popularity. "It's even more hard to have to relive the trauma that I endured every single day by seeing this man as a social justice warrior, as someone who cares about human rights, get a platform," she says. "You shouldn't be supporting him." Another TikToker, Dana, or Moldy Freckle, posted her own series of videos on January 8th, claiming that Callaghan had also pressured her into having sex with him. In one video, she alleges that she had hooked up with Callaghan once, but found him quote-unquote mean and quote-unquote demanding, and that he had creeped her out. When he reached out to her again, she alleges she declined to hook up with him, only for him to invite her to dinner so he could apologize for his behavior. At the dinner, he allegedly repeatedly asked to have sex with her in her car. Though she said no, she offered to drive him home. Quote, "Though I did not want to have sex with him ever again," end quote, she said. While in the car, Moldy Freckle alleges Callaghan touched her inner thigh, kissed her neck, and attempted to put his hand down her pants. "I told him to stop. I told him to get off me multiple times," she says in the video. "He tried to put his hand down my pants, and I was fighting against him during this, telling him to please stop." She then claims she told him repeatedly to leave her car, which she says he finally did, though he asked if she could give him oral sex beforehand. Though she says they never spoke again after this incident. In response to commenters requesting receipts backing up her claims, Moldy Freckle also shared screen recordings of DMs she allegedly exchanged with Callaghan, making plans to meet up to show that the two had previously been in contact.
So, since I've commented on Caroline's TikTok or cornbread casseroles TikTok, I've noticed a lot of people have been viewing my profile, which makes sense because everyone's probably trying to figure out what's going on. And, it seems like people need more details, which I get, even though it's really hard. Like, I'm physically shaking right now. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to let Caroline be dragged through the mud alone. I don't give a fuck what y'all have to say to me. Y'all are randoms on the internet. I'm a random on the internet. But just keep in mind, Andrew is also a random on the internet that you probably don't know. So I will be posting my story later once I can fully articulate what I want to say. So that's that. Okay, so as I said in my last TikTok, I'm going to be talking about what happened between me and Andrew Callaghan. But I want to start off by saying that I wouldn't have been able to do this without Caroline posting that TikTok first. Honestly, she gave me the opportunity to feel comfortable enough to actually show my face and talk to a bunch of strangers online about something very personal that's happened to me. I had actually posted about it publicly, about, what happened between me and Andrew the day before Caroline posted her TikTok. Because I didn't really know where else to talk about it that would reach, more people than just my close friends. I don't have a really big following on any social media. I keep a lot of accounts private because of my professional life. And, but I just want to say thank you to Caroline first off. She was, there was positive, supportive comments on her post, and, then someone took her post and posted on Reddit, and then everyone was having a heyday with it, saying hurtful things and not believing her, which really hurts, and I know that really hurt her. And so I'm not gonna let someone else go through this alone. Like, if y'all want to shit talk about somebody, you can do it about me. You can say mean shit to me. I really don't care what you have to say, because I'm just saying the truth right now, and I don't care what you believe, but I want other women who he's affected to feel comfortable about talking about it. I'm not saying they have to talk about it, but to realize that, this isn't your fault. This isn't an isolated event. This is a pattern that this guy has, and your feelings are valid, and whatever happened to you is valid. Now, the main thing is that, people are like, where's the evidence? Where's the proof? With sexual assault and things like that, it's kind of hard to provide proof unless, like, you get raped and go to the emergency room and get a rape kit right after. I don't know why y'all think that we would have receipts for experiences. But anyways, here I am backing up my girl Caroline, because it's already a really difficult thing to talk about. And some people are like, well, why are you just now coming out with this, that he has a HBO Max special? So I will say personally, I ignored him, blocked him from my life, ignored everything that he was doing after what occurred to me. And this was, I'm gonna estimate, about 3 years ago. This is when he was living in New Orleans. Anyways, the thing is, this is not the worst thing that has happened to me. I've experienced worse. Most women experience some type of sexual abuse or assault in their lifetime more than once. So my previous coping mechanism for that was to ignore them, forget about it, never think about it again. It kind of fades away in your memory. I tried to do that with Andrew. I don't even know what Channel 5 is. I knew him first from Quarter Confessions. But yeah, I would see like a snippet of a video of him or something, and I would immediately just like scroll away from it. So I actually had no idea how popular he was becoming. But when I went on my HBO Max to put on fucking the new Sex and the City season, which sucks, by the way, but that's why it's great. You know, fucking this dude's creepy ass face or animated face is on my TV. Like, this dude has a fucking HBO Max special? Nah. I can no longer ignore it, and I'm not gonna fucking put up with this. Anyways, I have a lot to say, and I have a whole story, but I don't want this to be dragged out for too long because I want people to pay attention to what I'm saying. So I'm just gonna, in brief, say that I had hooked up with Andrew previously. He creeped me out, made me feel weird, was mean, demanding. He hit me up again after this time to hang out with me again, and I said, no, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. I don't want to sleep with you ever again. Asked me why. I told him why. He invited me to go out to dinner so he could apologize. So I went to this dinner because honestly, I don't care about an apology because I wouldn't believe it anyways. But I was like, free food, whatever, you know? Turns out he invites me to a really shitty diner. Like, I've never been to a diner this shitty. This is besides the point, but I'm just saying, like, what the fuck? It's not that hard to fuck up breakfast food. Anyways, so I go to the dinner. He's not really talking to me. And then I'm like, so did you have something you wanted to say? And he's like, oh yeah, do you want to have sex in your car after this? And I was like, no, I don't. Is there anything else you want to say? And he was like, oh, yeah, sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable. Are you joking? You really don't want to have sex in your car after this? And he asked that like probably 5 more times. Like, you're joking, right? Like, you want to have sex in your car after this, right? And I was like, no. So I told him I would take him home because he lived close by, but that I did not want to have sex in my car at all. I did not want to have sex with him again, ever. And after we got to my car, he started advancing towards me, started touching my inner thigh, and pulled me forward and started kissing my neck. So I really couldn't move out of the position. He was holding me like tightly. and he proceeded to put his hand down my pants. I told him to stop. I told him to get off of me multiple times. He tried to put my hand down his pants, and I was, fighting against him during this, told him to please stop. And he said, you could at least suck my dick. And I said, no, I don't want to do that. Get out of my car. At that point, it was, I'm not taking you home anymore. Get the fuck out of my car. And he just got mad, really. He was mad that I would even say that, but at the same time, he was laughing at me and continued to try to kiss me and was like, are you serious? Come on. Yeah, it was not fun. So I told him to get out of my car again. He wouldn't get out. And he said, you could at least take me home. So I realized at this point, I would not be able to physically push him out of my car. So I started driving quickly and erratically down the road. I pulled into a busier street and I stopped abruptly, thinking, maybe someone will realize something is wrong, or if someone is honking at me, he'll feel uncomfortable and want to leave the car. But I guess it did make him uncomfortable that I did that, and I told him to get the fuck out of my car. And he was like, can I at least get a kiss goodbye? And I said, fuck no, get the fuck out. He left. Never spoke to him or saw him again. Hey everyone, so yeah, it's been a lot. I know that this shit is on all over Reddit, TikTok, Twitter. News reporters have reached out to me. I haven't responded to them yet because it's kind of fucking terrifying. But yeah, thank you for everyone for the support. Of course, there's a lot of weird, disgusting comments too, or whatever. Addressing a few things. First of all, the shirt that I was wearing, the Queens of the Stone Age, I didn't even know that was a band. Apparently it's a band where some members have been accused of sexual assault. I stole that shirt from somebody, to be honest. And I didn't know it was a band, so my bad. This time, not wearing any words on my shirt. Secondly, some people are saying that because this came out as soon as his HBO Max special dropped, that we're right-wing conspiracists. I'm not a right-winger. That's ridiculous. First of all, just because Andrew is a leftist, I honestly don't know. I didn't know that he talked about political shit. When someone was like, it's crazy how he acts like a social justice warrior, I was like, what? He's doing what? I don't know what Channel 5 is about. I don't know what This Place Rules is about exactly. Haven't watched any trailers. My friend gave me a brief synopsis, and I was like, okay. It's not that hard to believe that people can have the same political views as you and still be a piece of shit. Yeah. It's just, y'all are insane, but I do have messages from when we first started DMing. I will post them later once I figure out how to do that. I don't make content. I'm not a TikTok person. People have said it's suspicious that I only have videos about this. I only had a few other videos before on my TikTok and they were stupid. So I deleted them so that no one would be distracted from the message that I was trying to say. So there you have it.
So needless to say, this is significant just because of the allegations alone. I think that, though, with a lot of cases of this sort, where these types of allegations of sexual misconduct, sexual abuse, so on and so forth, when these allegations are made, when it is a public figure who has a very particular type of image, I think there is a bigger level to the shock, because I think we can all think of at least one celebrity where we wouldn't be surprised if they'd pulled something really fucked up. On the other hand, there's some celebrities we couldn't possibly ever imagine doing something like that. I'm not a follower of this person, so I can't say from a follower's perspective what my reaction is. Based on how he's described, though, he doesn't sound like stereotypical person you would assume. Now, obviously, anyone can be a criminal of any sort, whether it's sexual misconduct or other. We all know that. That doesn't lessen the blow of the shock, especially if you add the extra layer of someone who is socially conscious, socially aware. You'd expect that these people who cover difficult topics, but because they cover serious topics, there's this false sense of security that they understand what's okay and what's not okay in terms of our own social parameters. So I think there's an extra layer of shock because it's coming from someone who is deemed to have a certain level of not only social awareness, but of self-awareness, from what I can understand. All of this put together makes it not only far more shocking, but also I've seen a lot of people have difficulty to grasp the fact that this man has allegedly done these things. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Do you think that this is getting lost in the news cycle because so much has been coming out on top of what's going on with the Queen, the royal family, Harry and Meghan, and then the war, because there is this basic oversaturation of news? Or do you think there's a different reason why that it isn't being discussed as much as we might expect? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons as always, and I'll catch you guys next time.